look good. And those are 3 hours I will never get back. What a boring, uninspiring, interminable waste of time. Believe it or not, this couple is still complaining. From the
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. On a night meant to celebrate the glitz and glamour of British soap operas, Prince Harry faced a reckoning so loud, so raw, that it's left the world buzzing. Yes, you heard that right, loudly booed by an angry crowd at the 2025 British Soap Awards, where he uninvitedly showed up, expecting what, exactly? Applause, sympathy, well, he got neither. This wasn't just a slip-up, it was a public execution of his already fragile reputation. So grab a cup of tea or something stronger, and let's dive into the chaos that unfolded, because this story is as messy as a Coronation Street plot twist. Now,
no one knows the whole story. No one.
This has always been so much bigger than us.
No one knows the full truth. We know the full truth.
Let's be honest. Did anyone really expect a warm welcome after years of high-profile feuds, a tell-all memoir, and a Netflix series that painted the royal family as the villains of his personal drama? Harry's return to British soil was always going to be a gamble.
Not nice to Meghan Markle. After months of ubiquitous fawning coverage that made her a household name, some then said nasty things.
Sources close to the event say the audience, a mix of soap stars, industry insiders, and die-hard fans, saw his appearance as nothing short of an arrogant grab for the spotlight. One attendee, a longtime Emmerdale devotee, muttered, "He wanted the fame without the duty. Now he's got the shame without the crown. Ouch." The irony, of course, isn't lost on anyone, especially not with that memoir title, Spare, still ringing in our ears like a bad punchline.
And you learn to rise above. You learn to look at your beautiful life and to focus on that, not what strangers write about you in the press. The sun
to outright mockery.
Picture the scene, a celebrity-packed auditorium, lights dimming, anticipation building for the night's awards. Then out of nowhere, the announcement, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is in the house. Not as a guest of honor, mind you, but as an uninvited shadow from the royal past. Eyewitnesses say the jeers started the moment his name echoed through the room, a wave of hostility that drowned out the polite applause he might have clung to in his heyday. The crowd didn't hold back, boos so deafening they could have woken the Queen herself.
Pieces for 5+ years is another way to go. Constantly playing the victim despite the enormous gifts you've been given? But this is not healthy, nor is it particularly attractive. And newsflash, it has the
expressing what they describe.
Security swooped in, escorting him out faster than you can say spare change, leaving a trail of shock and schadenfreude in his wake. For a man who once stood shoulder to shoulder with future kings, this was a fall from grace served live on national television. But the real fireworks didn't stop at the venue. Within minutes, the internet erupted. Social media turned into a battlefield, with clips of the Boeing circulating like wildfire. The hashtag Harry Not Welcome hit #1 on X faster than you can say royal scandal, racking up over 600,000 mentions. By midnight, comments ranged from the brutally honest, "He torched his bridges and now wonders why the welcome mat's gone," to outright mockery, with one viral post simply reading, "Spare us, spare." People from all walks of life, young, old, left, right, united in a collective online shrug. Even the Americans, usually quick to fawn over a royal sob story, joined the chorus, with the New York Post dubbing it Harry's humiliation tour. Global outlets like Le Figaro and Bild piled on, each painting him as a man who miscalculated so badly he might as well have handed the pitchforks to the crowd himself. Back at the palace, the mood was reportedly colder than a Buckingham Palace winter. The royal family, ever the masters of stiff upper lips, stayed silent, officially at least. But whispers from insiders paint a picture of deep disappointment, tinged with a hefty dose of "we told you so." One aide, quoted in the Daily Mirror, said, "No one knew he was coming and no one would have greenlit it. He's a lone wolf now, and this is what happens when you abandon the pack." Another, less diplomatic source added, he attacked the system, ditched his duties, and now he's shocked. By the backlash, what did he expect? Flowers. The tone from these circles is clear. Trust is shattered, and each unscripted move widens the chasm between Harry and the monarchy. It's less a family feud now and more a public divorce with no settlement in sight. Let's talk about the man himself for a moment. Harry's journey from beloved prince to public pariah has been a slow-motion car crash, and this incident feels like the airbags finally deploying. In the past 3 years alone, he sat with Oprah to air allegations of racism, dropped a memoir that spilled royalty like a broken teapot, and produced a Netflix series that made his family look like extras in a period drama gone wrong. Each move chipped away at the goodwill he once enjoyed. What started as a bold stand for his wife and new life in California has curdled into a campaign that many now see as self-serving. As one royal commentator put it, he cries victim while swinging the axe. Eventually, you run out of trees to chop. And the British public, it seems, has run out of patience. But here's where it gets juicy. Reports are trickling out that the fallout is straining his marriage too. Page 6 claims Meghanmarkle was livid when she heard about the soap awards debacle, warning Harry that the British press would eat him alive without a plan. If true, this was another solo mission gone awry, with the independence he's fought for now unraveling his credibility. Critics suggest even Meghan, often painted as the mastermind behind their exit, saw the risks more clearly than he did. The silence from British charities, TV networks, and public figures in his defense is deafening. Former allies, including progressive voices who once championed their cause, are now stepping back, muttering about manipulation over truth. So, what does this mean for the Duke of Sussex? The booing wasn't a one-off gaffe, it was a verdict. A nation that once cheered him, the Invictus Games, now sees a man who turned rebellion into a brand, weaponized family disputes for sympathy, and now faces the rejection he helped create. Headlines the next morning: booed out of Britain, spare, and no mercy, left no room for spin. PR experts are calling it the nadir of his post-royal life, a catastrophic failure of judgment that no amount of glossy interviews or Netflix deals can erase. He may still have fame, a Hollywood contract, and a bestseller, but the respect of the British public? That's a crown no amount of money can buy back. This isn't just royal drama, it's a cultural reckoning. The monarchy, centuries old, is watching one of its own become a symbol of burnt bridges and broken trust. Attempts to rehabilitate his image have flopped repeatedly because the damage isn't surface level, it's foundational. You can't abandon a nation, defame its institutions, and then waltz back expecting applause. The crowd at the British Soap Awards didn't just boo. They spoke a truth Harry's team can't polish away. This was no scandal, it was a statement. Princeharry, you're no longer welcome on this stage. But let's not kid ourselves, this story isn't over. The media storm shows no signs of slowing, and with the royal family refusing to throw him a lifeline, what comes next could be even more damaging. Will he double down with another tell-all? Will Meghan step in to steer the ship? Or has the Duke of Sussex finally hit a wall he can't climb? This is more than a prince's downfall. It's about accountability, integrity, and the price of privilege. So I ask you, can Harry ever repair his image in Britain, or is the damage permanent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear your voice. Like this video if you believe public figures should answer for their actions, and share it to keep this conversation alive. The world isn't just watching a prince fall. It's rewriting what royalty means. Be part of that rewrite. Because in this moment, the power isn't with the crown, it's with us.